Well, hello. Let me just get this shiny, sparkly stuff out of the way. I'll just be showing you this here in a little bit. So hi, can everybody hear me okay? Just checking my volume. That's all we want to hear is it sounds great. Wasn't it well, hi, Kim and Anne-Marie. It's good to see the design team on the live because then that tells me you guys are doing great. Boy, it's been a year of let's get our health in gear. Okay, I'm going to jump in here in just a minute. You did see some sparkly goodness in the beginning, and I'm going to go back and show you that because it's new. It's something we've been working on actually almost all year, and it's finally coming in, and I'm so excited. So when I get done with our tutorial, I will show you that. Now, also, I just want to say, if you were watching my tutorial a lot of you, I haven't been doing a lot of lives this year, and I know, but I'm back to doing lives. And if you remember, I used to tell you all the time, have your little notebooks ready. So I've got my notebooks going here. They're a mess. And you need to have them because there's no written guides for these. And it's really best for you to write them down. I am only re-emphasizing on this because I got some nasty email on my YouTube that my videos should be taken down because if I can't do them without making mistakes, I shouldn't be doing them. Well, if you feel that way, I'm sorry. It did hurt my feelings, but I do understand where they're coming from. So please just watch my videos. Most of you have been with me for a long time. I've missed them too, Debbie. With my videos, I've gotten better over the years, but please, well, it is rude, and people are rude behind the camera. And they probably wouldn't say that to me if they called me to talk to me and I would help them. But it's okay. I left some of them on there on my older tutorials, and I know that older tutorials were terrible. Hi, Tina. I'm glad you're back. I'm back too. So do write them down. And I like to, you guys want the cutting guide. Sometimes I hesitate because there could be a change. And there is a change, but it's not bad. I promise. But do write them down. There's no written tutorial. Sometimes Tanya, if she's not busy, she just does it out of the goodness of her heart and pops in here and we'll do them. That's a good idea, Jen. And I actually have more of our Country Craft Creations being printed. So we'll have those for sale again. But I love this. And this is going to be, I'm excited to make more because I've got some Christmas gifts for some family members who now are getting grown up in their own apartments. And so they need somewhere to put some recipes. And I'm starting another one. This isn't quite done, but when we come live again tomorrow, it will be done. So it's our little explosion box. Mine's going to have one on the bottom, one of the lids. And the reason for that is I want to put feet on it. And if you want to put feet on it, you'll make 2 lids. If not, that's okay. And what you can do, yeah, but we all do make mistakes. But sometimes, I don't know if it's the time of year or they're just scratchy. Couldn't resist, of course, gingerbread kisses. And the whole idea is when they open this up. Now, I want to show you one other thing. So you can open this up, leave the lid on if they're just wanting to cook from the snacks. So these are an accordion pocket. And so they can pull out the recipe and just set it in this front pocket as they're getting their stuff ready so it won't get all yucky. I think that was a really nice suggestion from Tanya. She told me, why are you not using? And you're right. It's a perfect spot. Now you could do this on all 4 sides, but when I finish this, I'm going to have my lay flat pockets on here, and I want to put some gift cards in here. So you can do so many fun things with this. But again, this pops open, and I have to tell you, I did this all by myself, and I was so proud. I even figured out, if I can figure out how to do this on my Cricut, you can. So I think I can share the file. I have to talk to Tanya and Jen. I just really never shared any of the files, but I did create this on my Cricut. Actually, I used my little Joy sitting right next to me, just printed it out. It was so much fun. So snacks and drinks. We have candy because I have a great aunt that made candy. And so the girls really want some of those recipes. And you can make more of these. Now, another thing this would be cute for, instead of just 3, make 6, and you've got yourself an advent calendar. And then you could put notes. You could put other things in candy. You could put what are those little flat candies we made that one holder for? Anyway, then there's cookies. Now these are in my store online, and they're the pad of recipe cards. And I took the cover off, but there are a ton in here. I believe Jen's on. She could probably tell us. I can't remember. I did have to cut them a little bit, and I just cut a little bit off the sides to fit into my pockets. And I didn't want to line them because of the directions. And so in reality, I'll print off the recipes, and then because I'm going to photocopy their great aunts, it's their great aunt. So I will then glue them on. So I might need 2 for each one, but there's plenty in that recipe stack to make a ton more. And yeah, you know what, Jan Palmer, yes, she did a learning day once. And actually, I need to talk to her about coming to the store after Christmas, because everybody's getting their new Cricuts and they're all asking me, how are we going to know to do this? I'm like, I have a designer. But there's our snacks. So that is our cue box. Now I'm going to have a box in the center. So we'll make this in another tutorial, but I'm going to put cookie cutters in here. I bought at Kohl's, they're 50% off. You can get this great big container, and they're nice ones. They're not just your little plastic ones. And so I'm going to put cookie cutters in each one of these for the girls. And here come the dogs. Oh, Lord. Be prepared. And Costco has the maker. Oh, they do for Maker 3. Okay, you know what? I've got the Air, but the Maker 3 is the best. Actually, my new Cricut Venture is the best, and that thing's amazing. But I cut a lot of things all at once for kids, and so I love that new huge one. It's amazing. Cookie cutters, you could just do cookies. It will close up. There will be a lid, and we'll make that on, and we'll have to do that on Never the Recipe. So let me just close up our little guy here, and I can't wait to get it finished so I can show you the finished project. And that will be, isn't that just a cute little gift for Christmas? And then some gift cards so they can actually, I got a gift card to, I love the flower company, something, it's in Vermont. I can't remember, but I bought them little gift cards for that to mail in the mail. Oh, thank you, Jen. And I'll get this one finished, but let's get started. Okay, I posted measurements. I need to move my stuff. I posted measurements. I'm going to have to recut my lid, and then don't hate me. I am using brown, but I have the brown left in it was my last packet. It's my very own. It was when we had the brown artisan. Actually, we're working on another color brown, if they'll agree to it, but it's a little darker, and that hopefully will be coming next year. And I did cut my lid, and I found out I'm going to be cutting it a little bit bigger. So I did I redid the cutting guide, and I put, if it's 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, but if you're going to line it with chipboard, it still fits pretty good. And I mean, but it's going to get a little bit tighter. So I would take it to, so write down for your lid, 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. if you are not going to line it in chipboard. 8 3/8 by 8 3/8 if you are going to line it in chipboard. So I'm going to have to set this aside and use it for something else, and I'll have to recut that. And I went ahead and did cover 3 pieces of my chipboard because 4 on camera would have taken us quite a while. Wilbur, stop. And so I have a dog barking, and I'm sorry, it is Wilbur. No. They're like kids. They're so dang bored with this cold weather. Okay, so you want to cut 4 pieces of your chipboard that are 5 by 7. We need 4. So this is nice and heavy. Super heavy. But tonight I'll just do 1 on camera. You can go back and watch. So 5 by 7. 4 of those. Then you need 1 5 by 5, and that's the base. Now, cardstock to wrap. You're going to want 4 pieces of cardstock. That is 7 by 9. We want 1 inch all the way around our chipboard. Then for the bottom, my cardstock is 7 by 7. And then I did cut another piece of my solid cardstock. Hi, Heather. That is 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. And we'll be putting that on the back here. So I did some pre-cutting so that you didn't have to watch me do all 4 pieces. And I did cover mine in my score tape. And I did use some scraps. So don't ever throw away your scraps from those 8.5 by 11 inch sheets. And I'm going to use my 1 inch spacers. I need my other spacer. Your other spacers, your long ones, come in handy for scratching your back and beating your dogs on the bum when they won't quit it under your table. There we go. They see the spacer and they're like, we're in trouble. Okay. Hi, Suzette. I'm going to remove the backing to my score tape. You can use art glitter glue. You can use any adhesive that you like. I love the sheets for my chipboard to be adhered to the cardstock because it's perfect. Come on, Jen. You mean you don't keep your spacers handy to chase a little boy out of your craft room? I got 2 little boys and a little beagle girl. They act just like my kids. Oh, did Daisy come to watch? Okay, so it's all sticky on the back. Same way I do my album covers. You're going to do all 4 just like that. Yeah, they're great for your back. Isn't that funny? Okay, just like you're going to wrap it for your albums. Don't need that one. Well, first find your stuff, Heather. Then you can use your money for paper. Charlotte is on one tonight. Okay, I'm going to cut out my squares right up to my chipboard. Hi, Teresa. Okay. Again, just like when I create album covers, I'll miter the corners. The long side. Charlotte is going to make Wilbur so mad. You guys just wait for it. You're going to hear it in a minute. She is antagonizing him. All right. One last time before I start gluing it down. Okay. We only want to glue 2 long sides and 1 short side. You need this tab. You need this tab to connect this to the bottom of our box. And this, I like this. I don't like to build boxes, but I love to build boxes like this. Charlotte is kind of naughty at 8 months. Actually, she's just starting to get naughty. She's starting to remind me a lot of how Wilbur was when he was little. They're not really naughty. They're just bored because it's cold outside. And they really want to be outside. Oh, she bit his ear. I knew it was coming. Ooh, but that hurt. No more. Yeah, she is naughty, Suzette. She just bit his ear. That poor baby. Okay. Just checking my corners. Oh, so Homer's licking it better. Homer's licking his ear where Charlotte bit him. Ooh, wet heavy snow. We don't. Oh. Well, you know what? A few years ago, Debbie, I talked my husband into a generator for the house. We lost power the other day. Well, the neighbors did, but we didn't. And it was so great. Okay, you want to do all 4 just like that. This is also, when you cut chipboard for your albums, you usually have leftovers. So this is a good use of your leftover chipboard, and you can make this any size you want. I made it this size in order to fit the recipe cards. Now I'm going to go ahead and wrap the bottom. Yeah, well, Charlotte, they're going to retaliate on her one day. And I did already line it with my my score tape. 7x7 and 5x5 is your chipboard. And again, we'll just wrap it like we do our album covers. Now this, we're going to wrap all 4 sides. I wish we would get some of that heavy white snow. We've got it in the mountains in Utah, but none down here. We had one day of it, but it was gone the next. The rain took it all away. Okay. I'm going to cut out my corners. And miter the corners. Oh, I think Charlotte's sorry. She's got her head covered in her paws. I think it scared her that he yelped. So this is just really straightforward wrapping of chipboard. And it also is a lot easier to keep your boxes square this way. Yes, it was an ouch. I think it startled Wilbur. He didn't expect her to bite him. Yes. Homer was from, their names are all from Charlotte's Web. Homer was the farmer. A lot of people don't know that, but Homer was the farmer in Charlotte's Web, and of course Wilbur the pig, and he lives up to his name well. And then we have Charlotte the spider. Okay. Oh, there is one thing that is not on the cutting guide, and I'll explain this. So I have this at the bottom. This is going to be my insides. And as you can see, when you put this here, do you see how you have raw chipboard showing? And I didn't like that. Okay. So, and I did not put this on the cutting guide. So you'll want to write this down. We're going to cut, oh, and I'll just use one of these. We're going to cut 4 pieces. No, we don't want that yet. That are 5 inches, and they're going to be 1 inch. So it's 5 inches by 1 inch. No, take that to 1 1/4. So I'm kind of, having to go back and design it as we go. So 1 1/4 by 5. Because it was going to be too bulky just to lay over a ton of cardstock just to cover those areas. And so this is what I came up with. 1 1/4 by 5. And we're going to score these at 3/4 of an inch. So these are going to be kind of like when you're putting a box together with chipboard. Some people would call them, there's different names for them, shit strips. I've heard them called that, and I've heard it called joining strips. So they're just strips of paper scored at 3/4 of an inch. And they are 1 1/4 wide. And then you want 4 of those. I'm going to want a different bone folder. So first, I'm going to score this up so I can show you. I'm going to miter. Okay, we need to miter this, but do not cut that corner. Okay, do not cut that corner. Start just above it and miter it because you need to leave that corner there, or otherwise it's going to be too short. So do not cut the tip off at all. Come just right above the tip and miter that. So the idea here is the wider part is going to go at the top. See, this is going to sit here. And we're going to cover that piece. Yes, I've heard them called shit strips. I know. And then right now I'm just going to hold it down and we're going to kind of form. That's why you want more blunt bone folder so you can shape that there. I'm only going to add glue. Now see, I've got a little bump there. See how it's a little off? It's like when you're putting down a strip on your flooring. It has to sit in that groove. Now on the top part, the bigger part, and don't worry if it's a little bit long because you can trim it this way. I'll show you. So I want to add my adhesive here. Don't add your adhesive here yet. I did it and it won't work. It's a mess if you do. So I played with this because I was like, I do not want more paper here. Okay, let's put it back in, holding this down with my finger. Actually shape it a little bit. But I didn't want this edge to show either. We'll glue that down in a minute. I'm going to turn it over and you can trim it now if you've gotten it a little too long there. Or you can even now go in a little bit more and cut those corners right off so they sit on the inside. Because we really don't want to mess with this. We want to leave this because we're going to attach it to that piece of chipboard. Now I'm just going to go underneath and add some adhesive and glue that down. Kind of lift it up. But I went ahead and put glue on one of the first ones I tried. I stuffed it in there and then the glue got hard and I couldn't bend it. So I know this looks like an extra step, but it's necessary. Otherwise, you won't have that bend. Okay, but now when we attach this, See, we have a nice finished edge. And we didn't add a bunch of other, we didn't have to add more cardstock to the rest of it. So we're going to do that now to all 4. Just remember, don't cut the tip off, or it will be too short and some of the chipboard will show. Okay. I'll line it up there. Again, don't worry if it's too long. Too long's okay. Too short is not. Now the top, though, if it is too long, which mine is, it's better to go ahead and shorten it now, because once we glue it down, we're not getting it off. Okay. If you're okay with chipboard showing, yes, you can skip this step, of course. You could even take a permanent marker to it if you like, but it would drive me crazy. All right, let's just make sure this is down. So now I'm just going to angle that in more. Get this out of the way so I don't get it in my glue. I am OCD. Then add my other adhesive down underneath our smaller piece here. And really, it doesn't take too much longer, and it just looks so much nicer. If you like it to look nicer. Oh, I'll post a link for you guys. They are the flour sack, and they are amazing. Actually, I now cut them into 4s, not just in half. I cut each one into 4s, and oh boy, you get a lot more, and you don't need them so big. But they are so great. You just throw them in the laundry, wash them up, cut off the threads, and you're good to go. Okay. Trim if needed. Wait a minute. Make sure I don't put the wrong glue on the wrong side. Because you'll have a little tiny lip there. And then push it right up against that edge. Some of the glue will naturally just go into that edge, and then it'll hold it for you. Flip off anything that's showing and then just miter them even more. So it looks like, see, there's 2 layers. But you won't see them. And one more. If I don't clean these up, I just know I'll get them in my glue or on a page and they'll be stuck. And if you've been thinking of getting the gingerbread kisses, you're going to want to get them. And trust me, if you've been on the fence about it, it's super adorable. And I'm just going to pull up really quick because I meant to add the recipe cards. I got more. Oh, okay, they're already in inventory. Very good. I had to make sure the recipe cards are in inventory. Yes, they're all in inventory. So there's plenty there, but I was on the phone today and they are starting to run out. And this is one line they don't reprint. So you're going to want to grab your gingerbread kisses because, oh my gosh, look at this. So cute. They're all just adorable. Especially for the age that I'm, the younger, the 20s and 30s, well, even the 60s, I love it. But the girls really love this. So I thought, how perfect. All right, make sure everything is tucked in there nice and neat, and I'll go ahead and cut those corners off. Get rid of them so they don't show. I still can't believe it's now dark outside. It's been a busy day, so time flies. Unfortunately, the more busy you are, but busy is good. Okay, we are now ready. Now we're ready to put this together. Now I want to go ahead and reburnish all of these before I do, because I've added another layer. And also that layer is good because it's going to give us that extra spacing there at the bottom. So it's kind of a dual purpose. Fold right over the chipboard. going to be tight. That's okay because it seems to give it more structure also. Again, this is the bottom. It doesn't have to be. It's what I've chosen is the bottom. No, Bobby. I do not need a Fern and a Templeton. Not happening. 3 beagles in one household is enough. So now you can see it's going to fit here. Just perfect. No, I don't know how some people have more than 1 beagle or 3 beagles. Well, hello, Diane. Okay, we're going to add our adhesive and stay about 1/8 of an inch from the crease there. Yeah, I'm going to hold it there and then push up against it for a minute. Now, when you bring it down, you'll have to do a little bit of rearranging. But see, I'm letting the chipboard push against, so I know that that's where it says it wants to go. Then I have about 1/8 of an inch gap there. And that's what I need to fold it up. This is a great bone folder. I don't know if it's 1, 2, I can't remember, but it's so awesome. Gets right in there, cleans that up. And we're just going to continue around the square, and they will fit corner to corner. You don't want them to overlap. I don't know how I did 3 either, Bobby. I really thought it was going to be, it's smooth sailing actually until bedtime. Okay, we're just going to corner to corner. There'll be a space there. And again, just push it up and let it fall down. See, and then you'll have that 1/8 of an inch spacing. I'm in some beagle groups. I'm in a couple where they have 4 and 5, and I think that that's just crazy. I would know. My husband looked at me the other day and he said, "You just had to have more kids, didn't you?" So when this comes up, it's not flush. But you don't want it to be because you want it to fall flat. Again, stay 1/8 of an inch away from the bottom of the chipboard. Now, when making boxes, usually you make your chipboard base part about 1/8 of an inch bigger, but on this, you don't want to, or you're going to have too far of a gap on the sides. No, and my husband wouldn't let me. That's why I can see now why when our kids were little and I said, I want to get some beagles, he said no. He was raised with beagles, and you can't do it if they're not out hunting, because you can't have toddlers and beagles. Now I totally understand, because they are toddlers. So box will come together. Plenty of spacing. And once you have your chipboard wrapped, it comes together quite fast. It's just, I call this like the busy work. You just have to put it all together, wrapping it. Okay. And I like glue for this because then I can move it if it's not going exactly where I want it to go. sorry about that. So this is long because it's 7 inches. Now we have quite a bit of cardstock stacked in the back, of course. And then my 4, and this is the 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. And I'm just going to lay this on top of all those connections. And I am using just a little bit extra glue. Okay, that's the bottom. And that's the box part. A little bit tight, but it'll work out. Okay. Let me grab this. This was my practice lid, and I was throwing score tape sheet, the score tape paper in there. I'm just going to use this as a cover for right now because we're going to make the lid. So we're going to make the lid. And again, I'm going to go cut a piece that's 8 3/8 by 8 3/8. If you're going to line it with chipboard on the inside like I did, go 8 3/8 by 8 3/8. If you're not going to, and actually you could, it'll still be pretty strong, but I put the chipboard on the inside here. You can't really see it. I would still do it in the top of the lid, but if you're not going to put chipboard in the sides, you can cut this 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. But see, I noticed it's just a little snug, and I'm not done matting the sides. I think it would be okay. So, but it's going to be tight. So I'll go cut that right now. Whoops, I lost my paper. I really did. How did you lose a pack of brown paper? Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Oh, good Lord. Oh. So I have these organizing trays. And that's where I put it. So next time, guys, it's on my organizing tray. So if I go looking for it, you know where I put it. Okay, I'm cutting mine 8 3/8 by 8 3/8. Hi, Sharon. And I would do this for the top and the bottom if you're going to line it in chipboard. And then we're going to score this 1 1/2 inches on all 4 sides. So for tonight, what I'm going to do is we'll make our lid. I'll line it with the chipboard, but we won't mat it. And then we'll make our recipe pockets, I'll make a set with you. We're going to burnish our score marks. And then we'll come back. I think I have it down for tomorrow. And we'll do our matting. No, this side. And that will give you time, if you're working along, to catch up. Okay, I am now going to cut straight up on that score line. Then I'm going to miter, only miter this outside piece here. Do 1.5 little square. Don't cut them off. Just go straight to that score line at the top, and then we'll miter. And I'll do the same on the opposite end. Okay, now that makes my box, of course, 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. And so this is where I want to get my lightweight chipboard, or you could even just double mat with your cardstock. Oh gosh, let me go grab a piece. So if you have 100-pound cardstock, that'll work too. Or if you have cereal boxes, if you don't have lightweight. Oh, that'd be really cool. Okay, so it's 5 3/8 by 5 3/8 on the inside. If you are doing it and you're only going to mat the inside of this box, and you cut yours 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, then this is 5 1/4. But because my inside now is 5 3/8, I want to cut. So my matting for it would be 5 1/4. So I am going to cut this just a hair short, or a 1/16 of an inch shorter than my matting would be, which is, like we said, 5 1/4. Because I want my matting, when I go to mat this with paper, I want it to hide it. And so it should be a hair shorter than your matting. And once you add your matting, see, you don't see it, even though it doesn't tuck, it's not wrapping it or tucked. You won't see it. And I do put that down first. Okay, so if you want to, yeah, that's lightweight chipboard. Then if we want to, you want a double mat, and I am going to be using, of course, gingerbread kisses. My first piece, I'm going to cut at 5 1/4 because I want you to see how it covers it by 5 1/4. And let's see what I'm going to put on the top of my double matting. Oh, let's see this one. No. I'm going to go with the pink Santa Claus. I think that's what I used before because it's so cute. So that's 5 1/4. This one is going to be 5 by 5. And that is going to depend on how much border you want. Joan, I'm not either. So the fact that I'm going to have these two things and I've got my nugget boxes done, I'm doing good. Okay, I like the way that looks. It gives me enough border. But I'm going to put this, let me show you, on top. Now see, it'll hang over the edge just enough to hide your chipboard. Okay. I want to put my double matting down first. So 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then 5 by 5. I think that's what I told you, right? Yep. And it's the lid, so right now it doesn't matter what direction. We haven't established what's the top yet. Oops. Well, when I bring that up, it'll pretty much hide the chipboard. I got it off center, but it's not coming up. So I am taking my bone folder. You're not really seeing it, but it's just kind of pushing it. It's sandwiching it around that edge. And then when we bring our box together, so you don't see the chipboard at all. Now the chipboard, I'm going to go ahead and cut with you what I'll put on the inside, but I could mat it the same way with these two guys, because then we attach it where you attach your little attachers here. You can't mat that till after, but I want to go ahead and also I want to check something. Well, right now my lid, I want to check it on this one. The thing with explosion boxes, they like to explode, right? And see, when I start double matting, for me, oh yeah, that's going to be a much better fit. It won't be so tight once I get the rest of the matting on. But of course, I'm not changing this one because I love the lid. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take a piece of my chipboard and cut it down to, well, it's already there because we cut the other piece for the lid. And these pieces are 1.5 inches. So we're going to cut it at 1 3/8, but then I'm going to back up about 1/16 of an inch, so it's a hair shorter, because our matting will be 1 3/8, by 5. And that will just sit in the middle, and then we'll mat on top. Now, if you're doing top and bottom, you need 8 of these. If you're just going to do a top, you need 4. So I will get them cut and ready. And I'll get that too long. And one more. I hope we make it. Yeah, we'll make it. Okay, like I mentioned, you don't want to put these on what I call the non-connector pieces. Otherwise, they'll show. You need to put them on after we glue our tabs down. And we'll do that tomorrow. And then I will cut. These may be too long, but I will cut my matting pieces the same way. And my matting, I'll do the double matting. The first one will be 5 1/4 by 1 3/8. And then I'll do 5 inches by 1 1/4 or 1 1/8, depending on how much border you want. And we'll do it the same way. We'll glue, I can glue this one down because, see, I'm going to connect it here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these 2 sides down so you can see that. So if you're going to work on this, at least you'll know what I did here. And then don't lose them. And I'm telling you that because I'm going to lose them. And that way, if I say don't lose them, I'll know I'm talking to myself. And I don't want to cast the lid. And we'll cover those with paper. And that really strengthens your box. And then after we connect this all together, then we'll put these down with the matting and you don't see it. Okay, so I'll set those aside for now. And what we're going to do next is, well, you're going to mat the inside. So whatever paper you're using, I did do a double matting. And my first layer is 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. And then 4 5/8 wide. And let's do a measurement here. Yeah, 4 5/8. 4 5/8. And then 6 5/8 is my inside one. Temporary tape runner is amazing. So the bottom again is 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, and then 4 5/8 by 6 5/8. But we're gonna make these pockets, and then I did the same matting on the inside with the double matting because it's so pretty. I wanted every color in these boxes possible. Okay, let's make our pockets because we did really good on getting that put together. And I'm just double checking my sizes before we get started. You're going to want 12 of them. And I didn't cut these because I really didn't think we'd get this far. I'm just going to make it. Oh, there it goes. And I'm out of brown cardstock forever. I have saved this forever. Well, I just need to cut 3 to 9. Okay, I'm going to go cut mine because I've got to use my big cutter. I can do them all at once. They're going to be 7 inches by 7.5. So 7 inches by 7.5. And you will want 12, but I'm just doing 3 right now. Okay. So I've got 3. But don't cut yours yet. Oh, we're okay. I had to make sure we're okay. Okay. On the 7.5 inch side, we're going to score at 3. I'm telling you, I'm paranoid now. I don't want to give anybody the wrong measurements. 3 3/4. Okay, 3 3/4. Then we're going to score at on the 7 inch across the top. So that was our 7.5 inch across the top, and score at 3 3/4. Now on the 7 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2. And I do turn it and score it at 1/2 again because I want to make sure they are all 1/2 inches. So I do start with the 7.5 inch at the top and score at 3 3/4. And we'll go back to the 7 inch across the top, and we're going to score each end at 1/2. Reason I start with my long, I don't want to mess up and hit 3/4 on the wrong side, or 3 3/4. So I score it right in half to start with, so that doesn't happen. And it may not happen to you, but it happens to me. And then 1/2 inch on each side, especially when I'm talking. Now I like to take my cutter and for these pockets, we only need 1 set of the 1/2 inch. I know this is there. Hopefully it helps. I need these at the top, but I don't need these at the bottom. And you can cut it by hand, but I'm just going to put it in my cutter. And I'm going to go 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to go just a hair in. So I'm cutting to the inside here and cut it to 3 3/4. And if you're nervous, just keep checking it. We'll flip it over. And repeat. And check it because you don't want to go over your score line. Then I fold in half. That way I can use my fold here as the guide and I don't get any holes in the bottom. We'll miter top and bottom. And we'll do this 3 times, but you're going to do it. We're both going to do it 12 times. Once again, I go just a hair over my 1/2 inch. thing is, you want to be on the inside of the score line. We'll burnish that score line. Miter those corners. Now, before we make these pockets, I like to go back and make sure, let's look at it's off. I can see it's off. And we're going to straighten them out because once it's made, we can't go back and straighten it out. Okay. It's just one. Well, I'm going to use this. Okay, now I'm going to fold over against that 1/2 inch score line, and then that keeps everything nice and straight, wraps it to the back, and then we don't have anything getting in the way on the inside of our pocket, because we don't want our recipe cards to get stuck. And I mentioned when I kind of showed this in the last video, I put magnets in these pockets, but I went in and I took them off because I found out you don't need them. So now I got all my magnets stuck together. So I'll show you where I had originally put them, but you know what? They're not falling out. So I thought that's kind of a waste of magnets. I put one on the inside of the pocket, and then so it took 4 sets. And I'm like, we don't need these. But if you want them, you just pop one on the inside here and one in the back of the last pocket that you really don't need them. Now, if this isn't folding nicely, that just means you need to open this up and take a little bit more off of the inside, because it should fold pretty easy. Now on the pockets too, we only mat the outside. We're not of the top one. You don't want to do all 3 of them unless you're worried about the rest of them showing underneath. If you want, see, the white does show, but you could put cardstock here, or if you want to mat all of them, you certainly can. I did not. I only mat the outside top one. Now, if I was doing this for a wedding, or a new baby, or I was selling it, I would maybe. Depends on how much of it you can see. But you can cut strips and just score them and put them on the outside. Hello, Miss Dawn. How are you? You got to hang around for a minute, Dawn, and see the pretties at the end. Let me tell you. Okay, we now have 3 recipe pockets. You know me, I like to burnish. Okay, so I burnished them down well. Like I said, you can stack more than 3. You can put 6 or 7 on here. Like I said, if you do 6, you've got yourself an advent box. Or if you want more recipes, and you can do them different colors. That would be cute too. And just keep stacking them because you're going to have plenty of room inside. Remember, the only thing, of course, it's going to be removable will be your next box that we put our cookie cutters in. So let me just put the lid back on because he's kind of getting in my way over here. And I'm running out of desk space. Yes, better late than never. Okay, we're going to put these together. And I don't do any measuring. I just kind of eyeball the center. Totally up to you. You can measure. You're going to measure in like 1.5 inches on each side. Otherwise, you're just going to take your glue bottle. And I do recommend glue on this. If you're using score tape, it might eventually pull apart. And I just go back and forth. It's about 1.5 inches to 2 inch width down the center. Then we're going to just attach these 2 guys together, making sure everything matches. And we're just going to not pull very hard. And they'll go with the 3rd. So however many you want to make, you just keep stacking them. Don't go all the way around or you won't have that accordion effect. Hold that center for a minute. Make sure there's no glue. I hope, Anne-Marie, are you watching the live video? I really hope you are, because are you kidding me? If I still want you. You're my teddy bear. I hope you're out there, Anne-Marie. Because you're so funny. It is important if you have glue on this guy that you do get it cleaned off. Otherwise, you're going to have pockets stuck together. And I'm sorry, it's so dark. I shouldn't have used brown, but I really wanted to use brown. You know, it's only 6 o'clock and I feel like it's bedtime. Okay, you're going to make 12 of those. Then you don't want to put these down yet until you mat the inside of your book. Actually, you could if you were going to leave this solid color, but you want to cover all of this, right? This is actually, these are for the outside of my other one. And so you would put down your matting that I gave you those measurements for. Then tomorrow we are going to glue these down. No, it's not the felt brown. Oh, see, we got glue over a little bit. It's It's some I had in my stash. It's the Artisan, and I'm sorry. I know I debated using it, but I really needed to use it for this. You're going to put your matting down, then down the center. So if you're going to work ahead, or you can wait for me tomorrow, you're going to go down the center again, and you're going to do the same thing. Glue it down, and that will be your accordion pocket. And you're going to do that 4 times. But I even printed out the calendar. Got to go through that. Okay, let's look at our calendar. So tomorrow, I am going to do a live. Oh, tomorrow I'm doing the live to go over our December daily. And we're going to go over the week 1 of photos and ideas. And I'm going to show you some idea how to print your photos. Then Wednesdays when we're going to continue working. So that will give you guys time to catch up Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yes, you can use the brown felt. And I will have all my matting cut. I will have all my pockets prepared, and I will put them down with you. And then all there is decorating, and that will finish the lid. And I'm telling you, that is basically all there is to this, and except I have to keep myself accountable, Tiffany, is your decorating, how you want to decorate. And I'll show you, this was the cut apart I used underneath here. And the cut aparts to this collection match the Doodle Pops. So I'm going to be using a different one, of course, on this next one. So like, look here. I got to show you this. So Wishing You a Merry Christmas. So you could use that one. And then you would put, look at this, how cute on top of there. Or you might want the Christmas tree. There's one with the Christmas tree. And then there's also a gingerbread house and Wishing You a Merry Christmas. But this goes really cute with that. And I have more cut apart. Let's see here. We have tags. This line is just adorable. Actually, this project is really fun. Yeah, you can use the brown felt. So, here they are. I was going to say, I knew I grabbed another one. This is another cut apart that goes with this, kind of. So we have this, it's really cute. But if you want to have, look, so if you want to have the Santa Claus, so you can layer him on top of there and he will fit. And then you've got Happy Holidays at the bottom. Again, this is bigger, so you can still put him on top. Just a lot of cute things you can do. If you want this on the top and then you want the Christmas tree and then you put the 2 presents, this will extend over and then the 2 presents on the side. That's the fun way to use your Doodle Pops. Is right on top of the cut aparts because they've been designed for you to use that way. Look at this one. I'm dying to use this one. So it may go on this one. I don't know. There's just too many choices. The sticker sheet is really cute for our words, which we're going to use. So if you don't get the collection kit, you're going to want the sticker sheet. And I think I have already cut into all of my cut aparts. But it will be all organized for Wednesday. And so will my bits and pieces. I've already organized some of them in my puzzle tray because they're so adorable. Okay. So that will give you guys time now to get your box matted and your pockets made. And then the only thing I won't have, and I'm going to have to find out, I did make these, so I think I'm allowed to share them. But it's very hard now to share files on Cricut that I know of. So I will work with Tanya or Jen to see who knows how to share this, and then we'll get them shared. But I only did mat the top of my pockets, and I double mat everywhere. So isn't that so easy? It's amazing how it comes together. But we also will have to do another tutorial Thursday so that I can do the inside box that I'm going to put all of my little cookie cutters in. And we'll have a lid on there so that you can have the cookie cutters, then you'll have the recipe cards, and you've got yourself a really cute little Christmas gift. So tomorrow I will be live with the December daily again. Time to be announced. So I will go live. We'll go over the December daily first week, and I'll put the new prompts for this week, and then I'll show you the pictures I've put in mine. And you're going to be shocked. It's not all Wilbur and Homer and Charlotte. I know. And we made this, guys. We made this in an hour and a half, in less than an hour and a half. Okay. So you can now get busy and get working. And I'm going to finish my other one so you guys can see the finished product. And thanks for joining me. Gosh, it's really weird that it went so fast and it went so well. But you need 12 pockets. Don't forget your 12 pockets. Super easy to make, super fast, and fun to bring together. And now, we can't go anywhere. I got a couple things to show you. First of all, I want to show you the inspiration for this project because the tutorial is still on my YouTube. And I made this a long time ago, and I actually covered it in the clear covers we used to sell. And this was the inspiration, but I didn't want to make it as another album. This is on my YouTube still. And again, these were Cricut files. Now this one was a Cricut file that I did buy, so I couldn't share it, but you can go on Cricut or you can just leave it blank. And each one of these pages, and there's the lay flat pocket. So I'm going to have the lay flat pocket on the outside of this explosion box, but each pocket had the recipe cards, and this has always just been one of my favorite projects. And like I said, didn't want to remake it in album form, but I wanted to remake it with the pockets as a gift that can sit on the counter and be really cute. And that's where the inspiration for that came from. Now, yes, our new glitter paper, and the glitter paper will be on the website. Again, let me tell you about this. This was a project I had started working on last year when the mill started back in full gear, and I got with my paper wraps. I'm like, this is what we're looking for, but nobody will make it. If they do, I can't find it to buy, to bring in. And they helped me a lot, but it's been taking a long time because I'm going to show you. We've got tons of other colors in the works. They sent me a whole thing of what we can make. Wilbur, stop it. So this glitter paper, it doesn't come off, but look at it. Look at its brilliance. It is amazing. When I first saw it, I thought it was vinyl, and I was going to call them and say, when my box came today, I don't want vinyl. It's not vinyl. It is glitter, but it's a heat press glitter, and it's amazing. Okay, it's not going to come off. There's none on my desk. I'm going to cut strip. It cuts beautifully. Look at that. I'm dying. I am so excited to use this. But there is no glitter. There's no mess. You're not going to walk up like you've just been playing in fairy dust. Sometimes that's okay, but most of the time it's not. Like I said, I really thought it was vinyl because you'll see the back is super smooth. Now, when you put it in the cutter, my rep told me put it upside down, mirror the image on your Cricut, and then cut it, and you're going to have a much nicer cut. Die cutting it die cut great. So she was showing me on her video. It's great. I love it. The colors are beautiful. I'm not even going to throw that away. Now, this one is the gold, and you're going to see right now, these are the colors that are ready to go that they sent me. And the gold, again, beautiful. It feels like, I mean, it is glitter. It feels wonderful, but it's not coming off. But look how brilliant that is. Oh my gosh. Then this, okay, you're looking at it thinking silver. No, this is called, I can't remember what we called it. Let me see. We're calling this one wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out which one this is. Well, I'll have to get back on you with you, but it's not silver. It's got gold in there. And I don't know if you can see it. It has a gold fleck along with the silver. Let me move my toes. Beautiful, beautiful white. So this one is snowbound. I just can't get over how amazing the glitter in this is. Then we have, yeah, this one is wine. This one is wine. When you get this in your hands, you guys are just going to die when you see how brilliant it is. So it's going to be sold single sheet. And I still can't get over it when you sit here and play with it. The camera is just not doing it justice. Here we have a pink. Of course we have pink. And we have our Christmas green and red, of course. That couldn't be truer to Christmas right there. So you can see the difference in the wine and the red. Let's put this together. Can you guys see the sparkle in that? I mean, it looks like it's dancing in the light. I still can't get over it. It's the most gorgeous glitter paper I've ever seen. And I am so excited. Now, this is true silver. This is the one with the gold in it. So can you kind of see the difference here? Yes, it's dazzling. I mean, this is diamonds right here. This is just your dazzle. So this one, now you can see some of the gold, how it is in there. And that's the silver. Oh, look at this. And the sapphire. Actually, that one is called, yeah, blue sapphire. It is, but I'm not done showing you what's going to be coming because we're making all the colors and black, of course. Okay, now let's take a look. It is so gorgeous. Let's just fan these colors out. Oh, and here's the thing. It lays kind of flat. Let's go ahead and glue this down. I want to see, that's one thing I haven't tried. Oh my. That is really, really nice. Oh. Okay. It's not, when it's glittery and it's coming off and you have to sit there and fight with it. No, none of that. Oh, it is time to dazzle our projects. Oh, Dawn, wait till I show you. Oh, you guys, it's gorgeous. You're not going to have any trouble gluing this. Wow. Amazing. So it came before my life. And I told my husband, get that box out here. Okay, let's go over the colors. Okay, that one you've seen. We have a steel being milled. So these colors in 2024 will start making their way. These will be on the website. These are ready to go. Like I said, they will be sold in single sheet. This one is a holographic. This one we already showed you, the white. This is a different white, cream white. And actually, they sent me which one to choose from. And as you can see, I chose this one, the top one, because it's more brilliant. The holographic. Oh, the holographic is here. This one I did not. So I chose the more holographic white. Yes, you can die cut this. Okay. And then we have another gold, a brilliant gold. And this is the gold that we already have. This is the gold. So there was a couple of different golds to choose from. Of course, I chose the mid-range because there's no sense in milling a bunch that we're just not going to use. That is actually a silver gold instead of a gold, but it's so close. I'm just showing you all the colors. We had a choice. See more of the same gold. Okay, these are the ones I wanted to get in and show you. So, Dawn, you asked about the orange. Are you ready for this? Well, I can go over it. I'll die cut one here in a minute. The brown. Can you believe it? It's brown. It's brown. And this one will be a brown and black mixed in together. And I did choose both of those. Then we're going to go into our black, but we're going to start with this gorgeous plum. Like I said, 2024, there's our black. We've already seen our beautiful reds. This one will be coming. This one is I need my glasses. Oh, no, that's wine. That is, it looks different on the sample. Looks different. Then we have pinks. Yes, all these colors will be making their way in as soon as I've got to choose. Of course, we can't have every single one of them because they won't make every single one. What they've got is their sample palettes, and then we can choose from those. But definitely a purple. Look at the purple. We got to have purple. Purple, orange, and black. Halloween pack. Perfect right there. And a lilac. That's going to be so pretty with so much fun from Doodlebug. Okay, we've already got the blue because we've brought the blue in. It's just a different shade of it in there. And we've got this one, turquoise, because we got to have the turquoise coming in. Those three will be in. We've got our green. And we've got our lime greens. And sometimes the sample's a little off. Oh, maybe it's not. That is the sample. That one Oh, I didn't even notice that one earlier. Probably that one. So I have some decisions to make. I can't order them all. Here's the reason. I have to, I know, order them all. I wanted to. And they said, well, the problem is some of the other colors that are the other tones, they won't make, like I ran into with Artisan. It depends. Like now the mill's kind of closing down. So they're cleaning their machines for the year. And then what happens is they start back into what is the most popular colors. And so right now this was it. And then we'll be getting more. But let me go ahead and I'm going to cut this. And I have my die machine right over. So let me just cut off a piece. And Sheila, I am going to grab a die. So you guys are going to look at the pretty, pretty colors here. And I'm going to go run this through my die machine. And I can't bring it over here because it's over there. But I'm still here. So, you're going to hear my machine though. Let me pick out a die. Let's use a graphic 45 one. Because that's handy. Where's Charlotte? Charlotte wants to help. And I have a Gemini. I thought I was going to have to, I was really going to have to pull it off, but I don't. Look at this. So I did put the die upside down, but I can see now I don't need to. And it still gave me the embossing on there. But look at this. What I did is I put the die upside down. I'm going to go run it. I want to put it right on top of the glitter. So I'm going to go run this through again. Go on top of the glitter this time. Oh, I have to do it this way. Whoops. Hold on. I went backwards. It slipped. Nope, it pops right out. Let me show you. This is gorgeous. So it doesn't matter if you do it upside down or this way. The die cut beautifully. And you guys, this is going to be so fun. Having amazing glitter paper, and there's not glitter all over my die machine. Look at this book plate. Okay, this is very pretty. It does smash down. You know how kind of your die will compress because it's such a tight. It did compress it a little bit, the glitter, but it's beautiful. So Sheila, it works great. Well, I knew the minute you guys saw it, I would hear that. When can I order? I need to go up, and I do have to fix the husband some dinner. Poor man. And I got to keep these. These are beautiful. Look how gorgeous. The poor man's starving. So I need to go feed him. Then I promise it will get loaded to the website. As many of you know, Bonnie's been out. She had a knee replacement, her second one. So she'll be good as new here very soon. So I have been having to do her job. No, I can do her job. And I will get these on. And I'm so happy that they came before Christmas, because what a beautiful addition to our Christmas projects. You're going to die when you see it. I'm not kidding you. The sparkle is amazing. Okay, I will see you guys live tomorrow. I'll have my camera set up better. I'll be on my new photo printer, so I can show you with my Epson printer how I print all the photos for our December daily. And I'll have the new prompt up. I'm late with it, but that's okay. I know you guys are behind too. And this will be on tonight, I promise. Let me just go get him some dinner in the oven, and we'll continue crafting together. You there, me here. But we all know we're together, right? So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you live tomorrow with our December daily. Bye-bye.